Matan Levy, 3-0 in his professional career, 24 years old. And Big John, I said earlier, we've got some youngsters on the card. Shimon Smotritsky, just 18 years old.
3-0, 4-0, we got someone's old that's gotta go.
Levy victorious 1 year ago, right here inside the menorah, Milkahim Arena. Michael C. Williams with the official introductions.
Bellator MMA tonight from Tel Aviv now presents 3 5-minute rounds in the welterweight division. Introducing first the fighter out of the blue corner at 6'1", weighing in 169.8 pounds. His professional record undefeated with 4 wins, no defeats, fighting out of Holon, presenting Shimon, the Assassin Smotritsky. And across the cage, his adversary, fighting out of the red corner at 6'1", weighing in 169.8 pounds. He too stands undefeated, bringing 3 victories without a defeat. Fighting out of Ramat Gan, introducing Matan, Levy. And the referee in charge of the action, Brian Miner.
Brian Miner, busy man early here tonight. 4-0 against 3-0. Matan Levy and Shimon Smotritsky. 18-year-old against the 24-year-old. Majority decision win at Bellator 188 already in the books for the man in the red gloves, coming right up the middle. Blue gloves for Smotritsky from Holon, Israel. Both men, local fighters. Big swing and a miss.
One difference when you're just watching them defend. Watch the difference between Smotritsky, the way he keeps his eyes on his target, keeps his chin in, doesn't move his head up or out. And you'll see Levy, he brings his chin up, and that's opening up the ability for someone to touch it and do damage.
Both of these men tall for the division. They're used to having that, height and reach advantage, but it's nullified here tonight.
It's always different when you're used to being the tall guy and then you fight another one. It's an adjustment. You got to get used to it. A lot of kicks going on right now, but I love the way that Shimon is taking the center of the cage and dictating, you know what, I'm going to be in your face. I'm going to bring pressure. You're going to have to deal with it.
18 years old, already 4-0 as a professional, finishing 3 of those fights. One of his 2 knockouts by head kick. And he just was able to catch his opponent walking in.
He's already got the Nate Diaz hands out saying, what's up, man? I'm here.
Nick and Nate actually recently gave me credit for the Stockton slap. And they should, because I did make that.
They created it. You just named it.
That's great. You know that. I entitled. They're entitled to it.
Nice job. You look at what he's doing.
Yep.
Just that nice snapping, changing the level of that kick the way he did. That's what an 18-year-old can do.
No switch on that kick at all, John.
No, beautiful technique and how he did. Look at the calmness in his face for an 18-year-old kid. I am very impressed with Shimon, the way he is just in this fight, seeing everything, reacting, trying to counter. He's putting out so much less energy in this fight right now. Even though he's active, his gas tank is going to stay very high with what's going on.
He threw that head kick a moment ago. Matan was able to get his hand up. So watch for it from the left side. Man, he is quick with that kick.
And take a look at just look at the movement, Mike. Look at what Matan's doing. He's trying to bounce all around because he's unsure of what's happening, what's coming next. So he's trying to create this distance and this angles. Shimon's having no problems with any of it. He is just systematically walking him down, cutting angles, bringing kicks up on him. And that's why you see that Matan's got his back against the cage most of this round.
He's trying to get back to the center of the octagon. Trying to get back to the center of the cage. And man, you want to talk about control right now. Smotritsky is controlling everything. Nice teep to the body.
Like the Matan, he's busy and he's creating things, trying to get into him. But Shimon Smotritsky is just systematically launching attacks, taking his time, calm. He's seeing everything right now. And when you got a guy that's in front of you seeing everything that you're throwing, it's difficult to surprise him with something, and he's usually bringing something you don't.
Things up well.
He does, man. Nice transition into the wrestling. Trapped the leg for a second. Good job by Matan to get back to his feet. Levy Matan likes that Muay Thai clinch. He's trying to bring some knees up. Smotritsky just pushes him against the cage. He's controlling it again. Nice wrist control by Matan, though. He's keeping himself right in a place where he can still be in this fight, even though he's got his back up against the cage.
Good takedown defense by Matan Levy there.
By grabbing the cage.
Yeah, which if not caught is good takedown defense.
Absolutely. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
That's right. And he's young too, and early in his career, just 24 years old. Turned pro in 2016, 3-0, 1-0 as a Bellator fighter. That quick left kick of Shimon Smotritsky again. Good first round.
Very good.
Spectacular round number one for 18-year-old Shimon Smotritsky. Blue gloves for the 18-year-old, 24-year-old Matan. Levy is in the red gloves. John Kavanagh, the leader of SPG Ireland, in the corner. The youngster Smotritsky here tonight.
Look at the beautiful feints he's throwing, though, Mike. He's coming in, you see the head movement, the jerk. He's setting Matan up with those, seeing what Matan's, how he's gonna respond, and then he's gonna see that response and know this is where I can go in the future.
Block with that left knee, left knee.
John, when you were talking to me about this fight and about this young man, Smotritsky, you said he was very systematic and methodical in his approach to fighting, and we saw that in the first round.
That's exactly what you saw. What you're looking for when you have a young athlete and they're a good athlete, and they pick up the techniques well, then you're looking to see, well, how calm can they be in the middle of that firefight? And then you see a guy like Smotritsky and how calm he really is. That says a lot. That is not going to work right now with where he's at. He's trying to climb. He needs to climb more, and that will get a lot tighter.
Can he get it? Nope. But will it get tighter here?
As long as he keeps that, he needs a block or pull himself up. He's trying to create pressure release by driving forward. Those hips right here, he wants to keep those hips, compress Matan's hips. If he can do that, that choke will not work. If he doesn't, he could get choked out. But right now you can see, look at his eyes. He knows where he's at. He knows what he's doing. And he's just relieving the pressure by keeping himself up on his toes. And he's letting Matan just squeeze his arms to the point where they're going to be full of lactic acid. And it's not going to end up being a good thing for him.
Wow, what great composure by Smotritsky.
Matan has to figure out, is this going to work? And if it's not working for you, stop. don't continue to squeeze. If you continue to squeeze, you're going to burn your arms out, and bad things are going to happen. If you think that you have it, then go for it.
Well, I think right now he thinks he has it, right, partner?
I don't, you know, he should know at this point, with his shoulder pressure coming down into his neck and chin right now, it's telling him he doesn't have the angle to make that thing tight.
Good job, Simon.
Smotritsky's doing everything right in defending. He's relaxed. He's creating pressure down on top of Matan. That's creating a position where that choke will not work.
Go deeper with that. Yes.
Matan Levy is holding on, though. Smotritsky is out.
Holding on with one arm is not going to put him out.
Now let's see what happens here. Because those are some burnt out arms. At least one of them.
Oh no, both of them,
Yeah.
trust me. He's pulling so hard with that off arm, and now they are full of blood, full of lactic acid, and they're heavy. And now's when you go, oh man, I wish I didn't squeeze so hard.
Shimon Smotritsky, one win by submission. That was a rear naked choke. He's got the TKO with punches and the TKO with a head kick win. Posturing up here, still 90 seconds on the clock. Round number 2. Looking to advance his position. Good movement on the bottom by Matan Levy.
It is good movement, and but you watch what Shimon is doing as he's putting pressure down. He's trying to pass the guard. You see Matan turning his hips, bringing his feet in, trying to create that angle. Nice knee shield inside right now. All of this is great ground fighting from Matan. I'm very impressed that he's able to push off with what he's doing, especially with those arms being burned. I know they're burnt, but he did put Shimon in places where now he had to suck in a little bit of air to get himself back.
Side control and the mouth. 40 seconds to work. Now with those tired arms, can he prevent his opponent from posturing up? There's your answer right there.
Exactly. Look, when those arms are dead, they don't come back during the round. They stay heavy.
$15 seconds. Round 2 in the books.
And this is one of those rounds where you talk about judging. This is a hard round for a judge because the judge has to determine how close was that choke. Was it on good? Was it tight at any time? And am I going to say that that was the most important element that almost finished the fight? Did it? Or was it the shots that Shimon Smotritsky ended up landing near the end?
I've always been told, John, the conventional wisdom is that the man on offense, which was, you know, Matan Levy trying to finish the choke, the man on offense is the one earning points.
Well, he's earning the credit of applying the submissions. Smotritsky, I cannot say his name, does not get credit for getting out. But the question is, how good was it? You look at that slam. Did the slam hurt? The slam hurt. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together as we go now to the third
That's a good
and
takedown
final
with the
round.
choke, even though you got Matan not caring about it. I would give that round to Matan. In my opinion, we have an even fight at this point.
You actually said Smotritsky.
5 minutes.
Not really.
Maybe not a couple other times, but that one was good.
I'm just going with Shimon. It's easy.
There you go. Go with the assassin.
Everything sharp.
Go with the guy in the blue gloves and the guy in the red gloves. And as John said, it's 1-1
That's it. Keep the feints going.
Unofficially, at least.
on Big John's scorecard. His unofficial scorecard. Third and final round. Watch for that left kick still
Oh, good
of
check.
Shimon
Good check.
Smotritsky.
Give it back to him.
That second round took a lot out of both fighters because we were talking in between the first and the second about, look at Smotritsky, he's not even breathing. that choke, it put a lot of pressure on him. It created a heart rate that now he's having to deal with, and he has slowed his actions down. And all of that work with those arms has made Matan slow down too.
4 minutes! 4 minutes!
That systematic approach to fighting has not been utilized yet here in round 3 by the young 18-year-old. He was throwing consistently and mixing things up so nicely in the first round.
And a lot of times when you have something like what happened was he transitioned into the grappling game, trying to get the takedown, and that's what kind of put him in trouble. So you look at it, you go, I don't know if I want to do that again. Maybe I just take him apart on my feet if I can.
Going body with that left leg. And when you do that, your opponent brings that arm down. Looking for a takedown here. Or was that the start of a setup for a head kick? We will see. Time will tell.
Nice right hand.
Nicely done. The uppercut landed for Shimon Smotritsky. 3 minutes.
Well, one of the things that you watch when Smotritsky tried for that takedown, he had the ability to collapse his hands together. He didn't do it. I don't know why, because look at the main thing is if I can get my hands together, I can control your body. I can get you to the ground usually. And he was searching for something there. It wasn't there for him. Tried the outside trip with his leg. Didn't work. But man, if you get the opportunity to put those hands together and it's more than a single leg around the body, take it.
Midway point of the 3rd and final round. Matan Levy looking for his 2nd Bellator victory.
Good head position for Levy right now. He's in a position where he's utilizing that head like a 3rd arm. It's putting pressure. He needs to bring some offense into this because right now he's a little bit behind in this round.
He won last year by majority decision. 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Turn them. Let's work.
A lot of this action, what we're talking about, will get people to say, well, he had him against the fence. You can see right now, that's the first knee that Matan has thrown up. And when you're looking at those knees, you want to make sure that they're being consistent, they're active. You don't want to be just hugging your opponent like what's happening right now, looking for a takedown but not getting it, so you have no offense that's actually going into the judge's mind.
Or the referees.
Well, the referee's getting close to stopping this right now. He's seen enough of you're not being successful with what you're trying to do.
You know, Brian Miner right now is saying, stay busy, boys.
Bring his head back on the inside. Bring his head back in the inside.
You, of course, would say it in a much meaner tone.
That was the nicest guy.
No, he was so angry,
so
bossy inside.
That was bossy.
Yeah, you were. He's still kind of bossy. You're a nice bossy. Yeah, you still are. Under a minute now. There's that kick. Looking for the double leg. Can he get it?
Notice those hands are together and look where he's going. That's what I'm talking about. If you can get those hands together, man, don't take a second look. Go with it.
Right into side control.
And this right now is a position there is not going to be the choke. He is in a position to choke Matan out and put him unconscious with a Von Flue choke if he does this right. He should be taking his right arm and bringing his left arm under the head, collapse it with a gable grip on that right arm, and you have a choke in place.
This fight is going to go the distance.
Someone the fine recipient of a wet house.
I was just thinking, who really would want that?
Here's the choke. You look at the double. He's got that double, picks him up. But this is different when he brings him down. Yes, he's got his head in what looks like a guillotine position, but it's not a good position for Matan. He should let go of that head. He can be choked out in that position. That's what we call a Von Flue choke, and it is very effective.
So a close fight. We will see how the judges score it. Ramadan, Israel against Halon, Israel. Both men unbeaten as professionals coming into this matchup.
You can see now that the fight's over and all of that adrenaline is gone. Look at Shimon Smotritsky stumbling around, limping on that leg. He's been damaged.
You look at the champ.
You can tell he's been in a fight.
K1 national champion. I'm the fucking future. I love you all. Fucking future.
Judges rendering their decision. Smotritsky with that SBG on the back of his trunks. John Kavanaugh in his corner. We will see who has won this fight. Here is Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we'll go to your three judges at cage side. Your first judge, David Torelli, scores the fight 29-28, while judges John English and Sal D'Amato both see the fight the same, 30-27. All have it for the winner by unanimous decision, Shimon, the assassin Smotritsky.
Smotritsky goes to 5-0 and is victorious in his Bellator debut. And you could even see on the judges' scorecards, John, that much like you said, that second round was very difficult to score.
It was, and that's the hard part. Everyone looks and goes, oh, what's with judging? Judging is so difficult to do, Mike. There's so many elements that they're looking at, and they're trying to say, well, which fighter would I have wanted to be in that round? But when you're looking at chokes and submissions,